All right, everybody, welcome in. This is another Stormgate cast, and I'm Algorithmore. Excuse me. And this is hooboo100 in the red Vanguard playing here today on Ruination. And his opponent in the blue playing the Celestial. This is Turlagh. And I should mention that these two players, I think I may have cast both of them before. Almost certainly. They are folks who you can find in the Discord and on Twitch streams. They're pretty active in the community, either chatting about balance or memeing or whatever in the Discord, or hanging out on Twitch watching tournaments and so on. And they're also pretty high up there on the ladder. I'm not exactly sure, I didn't double check, but I want to say in the top 100, maybe top 200 on the leaderboard for both of these two. At least they both have some pretty good talent, and they show up in some of the tournaments as well. And so I thought I'd share this game with you, partly because Turlagh shared this with me, saying, hey, I think this might be a good replay for you. And that was after I was begging folks for replays on the Discord. And if you haven't joined the official Discord for Stormgate yet and you like the game, come on down and chat with us. We're a fun community. We're mostly nice to you, as long as you like the game too. If you come in and try and be a little bit of a doomer, sometimes we get triggered and then we'll get mean and we'll be like, don't tell us that our game isn't fun. We love our game. But that's about the worst you're going to get in the Discord, is folks wanting to really show that they support the game and they want to see it be as successful as possible, and so do I. So do I. What do we have here? Our first scout making across the map from Hooboo. He's going to come in and scout out what has Turlagh got going down. Well, Turlagh's got 2 purifiers, which, you know, this is become a more standard version of the build. You build the purifiers for extra prisms. Here we just got 2 morph cores popped out. I wonder what that was about. Both of them turn into Legion Halls for now. So we're going a Legion Hall opening. That means probably Seraphim. We're going to see pretty quick here from Turlagh. Hooboo, meanwhile, out here, loses 1 scout, but has a Hedgehog and a Lancer here as well. And just trying to wrestle with these Shadow Mastiffs, which are always a pain in the butt. Finally gets them down. Another Hedgehog showing up, another Lancer, and another Hedgehog. So we got sort of 1 Rax, I'm guessing, and 2 mech bays going. 2 mech bays worth of Hedgehogs, and it looks like Hooboo is planning to get a little aggressive here. But there are, that's a Morph Core. There is 1 Seraphim out already. The dog skits right in. This is not a full wall, I guess. Perhaps that was not intended to be a full wall. And where are these hedges going? They're going around the back. Well, front door was open. Maybe hedgehogs are too thick to get through there, and they have to go through the back. We get a Sovereign's Watch from Turlagh on the collection array, which chases the Lancers back for now. And where's this hedgie going? This hedgie's going home, I guess. Morph Core over here, and where did those Seraphim end up? Did they go out and get on the map? I think they are. They're over here creeping. So that means Hooboo's gonna have some free time here to just kill purifiers, it looks like. Here comes some Argents, a couple Seraphim. We have some sieged up Hedgehogs, which will help deal with the Seraphim. Those 2 sieging up again and starting to get their anti-air damage. 1 Seraphim goes down, but the other Seraphim are doing a pretty good job of tearing through these units. And, well, who wins this? A couple of sieged up Hedgehogs or the 3 Seraphim above. Another Seraphim goes down, and the Lancers, meanwhile, are still taking damage off this Purifier. Another Sovereign's Watch gets called. More Hedgehogs showing up. The Purifier goes down. Seraphim are down. This is looking pretty bad for Turlagh here. More Seraphim. Kree showing up now. Now, Kree are a pretty good answer here. They're going to deal very well with the Hedgehogs. And that's enough here. Hedgehog still trying to get some AI damage on these prisms. but eventually the hedgehog's cleaned up. So Turlagh doing an alright job of holding here. And now moving out with his Seraphims and Argents. What's the goal here? Maybe continuing that creeping, because that's what Seraphims are really the best at. Or maybe this is an aggression moving forward. Here they come. Oh, wanting to get that hedgehog, but no. Pulling away from the creeps instead of fighting them. And down here, hooboo is got a little hedgehog force. One lancer in there as well. And it looks like Turlagh's going to go for this vision camp instead. Interestingly, the center of the map has not yet been taken by either of these two. Looks like hooboo is now trying to go ahead and take that center vision camp. This is commonly a camp that gets fought over a lot, as well as these two Luminite camps here. So the vision camp gets taken. That means Turlagh's going to have a little bit of vision here that's going to allow him to maybe, yeah, jump on these creeps or see when Turlagh's on the creeps. And that's wow, that was kind of interesting. As two of the creeps were chasing Turlagh away, and that meant that hooboo could get a little bit of extra free creeping going on here. This one hedgehog in the front's taking all the damage. Are you going to go down? Oh, he tries to get out. Oh, makes it out. Stays alive. Good little micro there to keep it alive. And now Turlagh's got a little bit of a army here. Kree, Argent, and Seraphim. I think he had originally captured the... I mean, he had killed the creeps here, but he had not captured this as he went back to defend with his Seraphim. And now what do we have here? It looks like Turlagh's coming in with his Hedgehog Force trying to do some more damage. Finds a Purify over here. And pop goes the Purifier. Hornet showing up as well. Interesting. But here come the Argents and Seraphim and Kree. Wow, doing a really good job. And hooboo has to retreat, throws a shields up on that Hornet to keep it alive. And the Hedgehog's speeding back. There's a Vulcan here. Poor Vulcan doesn't want to get caught by these Kree. Uh-oh, he's going to get caught. Now he's got to turn and fight. Otherwise it's a free kill. Nope, he goes down for free. More Hornets out. Another Vulcan joins this force. Now the Hornets will clean up those Seraphim really easily. But now Turlagh's adding Cabal. And I like that. We haven't seen Cabal as be part of the meta recently. I still think they're really good. They will be helpful against the Hornets with their Gravity Flux. And here we have an opportunity as the Kree and Seraphim get on top. The Seraphim are going to go down really fast to these Hornets. Skymine's going down, but as we see, the Gravity Flux reducing two of the Hornets to non-firing, but they get back up, and this force from Turlagh actually gets wiped out. So it was looking like it was a nice little flank play there until the ground force got warped or wiped out, and then all that was left were these Hornets, and there wasn't much to deal with the Hornets. We see the Gravity Flux there not being quite have a long enough duration to allow the Kree to kill that Hornet. Sabers show up as well, and most of the Hornets zip away. One Hornet didn't get the order and is just slowly flying home. So at least the Hornets were pushed back. That means Turlagh is moving out again. Got vectors added. Turlagh's got a real composition going here. All different kinds of units here. Vectors, of course, going to be good against the Hornets. Seraphim going down. Hornets jumping on top of the Vectors. And now it's just Argents versus Hornets. And that's not a good battle for the Argents. The Hornets easily deal with them. And then there's just a couple Sabers here that are going to be killed for free. We don't like that. Free Saber kills. And the Hornets going back to capture this camp. And what do we have? Vectors rallied out here. More Vectors built at home. And Vectors jumping forward. Very brave Vectors. Getting one Hornet kill before zipping home. And is this just going to be all air or hooboo right now? It looks like it. Servo's heading out to go grab a third base, or fourth base, I guess. Pre-run by here, getting cleaned up. Few servos look like going down, and a lot are very low health there. Vector's trying to recapture the Luminite. And this huge Hornet ball, a little timid against those Vectors, thinking maybe there's enough Vectors there to do some real damage. We're also getting Medtechs added, which not only will they be able to heal these Hornets with their Nanoswarm, maybe they'll pop one right now. Maybe not. And then, of course, the offensive Nanoswarm is going to be helpful against these Vectors and other mechanical units on the Celestial side. Here comes the Hornets, and once again, they might catch this army out. Ooh, they get a free saber. Vectors jumping forward and getting a few Hornet kills. Hornets trying to run away from the Vectors. We get a Nanoswarm on the Hornets now, and the Hornets are going forward and trying to get on top of the Vectors. It's hard to see who's winning that with all the bulking up on the Hornets. A lot of Vectors did go down, though. And there was a Purify there to try and cleanse any Nanoswarms. And hooboo's flying home. Turlagh adding more Vectors, I think, as he should. That's the right choice versus this Hornet heavy composition from hooboo. And now Turlagh's moving out. And is it time for him to do a little damage, or is he trying to just maybe get that middle of the map, get a little map control, get a little vision? So at least going to take this tower for now, while we see hooboo over here cleaning out the speed camp, making those Hornets just ever so speedier. And here we get another little, oh nope, the Hornets turn back, seeing the Vectors. The Vectors jump forward, get on top of the Medtechs, which is always a nice kill. A Vector goes down there to the Hornets as well. Hornets on top of the Animancer, get a free Animancer kill. And they're bulking up here, but it's focus fire. Hornets and Vectors going down real quick here. Who can shred the other the quickest? It looks like the Hornets are going to come out on top. There's only about half dozen left, but that means this ground army is going to be free pickings. And the Kree go rolling home. I was like, what's this over here? That's just a sensor drone? Sensor drone? Sensor drone, yes. And it's still all air for hooboo. Ooh, we've got Sentinels coming out now to support as well. Scrapyard over here, Sky Mines. And more servos heading out. But this base has already been taken by Turlagh. Maybe these servos are headed here, is my guess. While the Hornets and Sentinel, we got Vulcan as well. Yeah, so we're going to get another base put up here by hooboo. And Turlagh too, also on, making another base down here as well. What about over here? And another base over here. So Turlagh's going for a lot heavier move into the eco, and that might make this late game in his favor. Hornets once again trying to get on top, but there's not enough here, I don't think. They're going for the Animancer, but they're actually taking serious losses as a result of that focus fire. Now they're going to zoot home. There's only two left. They're going to head home before Vulcan gets taken out, and we're starting to see what looks like an advantage in Turlagh's favor. He's just doing a better job of keeping those units alive. Earlier it was hooboo with the Hornets getting some really good efficient kills, but now that those Hornets have largely been cleaned up by the Vectors, hooboo needs to find a different way to get in. And Medtechs, he's going Vulcans a little bit more. These Medtechs just walking out to their death, that doesn't seem right. They get cleaned up, and they also let Turlagh know that there's a base here, and that's going to force another engage, I think. As some of the units... Ooh, low Kree getting on top of those Vulcans. A lot of them are going to go down, but the Vulcans are trapped and surrounded. A stasis drone on the Vulcan. Is that a thing? I guess that you can protect your own Vulcan. Maybe that was a misclick, I'm not sure. But it's starting to look like this is going to be a hard defend here. Kree are getting cleaned up in the mineral line, but the Vectors have shown up here too. Vectors are also good at killing servos. They're super good at killing Hornets. And, well, it's just a small number versus small number. Hornets come in and might be able to clean this up. Indeed they do. So another little hold here, but at what cost? This base looks like it's going to go down, and all the servos up there have already died. Hornets getting some more free vector kills. Some nice micro from hooboo to try and keep those Hornets alive. And I don't know, Turlagh here is slow. This is like a slow push. Killed that one base, and now where are you going to go? I like the idea to rotate around instead of pushing right into the main. Main's where the production in. Main's where that defender's advantage really shows up. And in fact, he's splitting his force here. Now this force is facing off with the army, and that army is large enough that you don't want to engage it. Whereas the rest of the force over here, it's like we're killing servos. We're out killing your eco. A couple of nice gravity fluxes there. For the moment, it just neutralized the Hornets. They back in the air, but they get taken out. It's the Vulcans and that show up that are pretty dangerous and finally push away, but most of the servos got cleaned up here. This is a weird engage, I think, from Turlagh, but I think he's like, I'm going to put these Kree. Nice! Uses a Dark Prophecy as well. Doesn't end up getting any of those Vulcans, it didn't look like. So again, it's a real scrappy game, but Turlagh, I think, is coming out in an advantage here. Bunch of servos that are unfortunately just going to sacrifice themselves. They turn and fight. Maybe we can get a Kree, maybe we can get a Vector, they say, but no. They go down. And Turlagh's just going to reinforce this base. Now remember, he's also had this base up for a while. He's got this base. He's making this base over here. I really think Turlagh's got the eco advantage, and if he can just keep with this army advantage he has and not, you know, throw the game by losing them in an problematic engage somewhere, he should take this game. But he does need to close it out, which means he needs to be careful about that final engage. Here comes. We got an Viz Aura. Where you going? The Unseen Veil. Where you going, Unseen Veiled lady? She's probably gonna drop a Dark Prophecy on these folks. Whoop. It is uncomfortable. Oh no, so many servos go down. One Animancer on auto attack on this on the scrapyard there. We have Hornets over here trying to do a harass, but there's only a few of them, and even with the shields up, they're not going to last. Yeah, they go down, and we can see here it's almost a maxed army from Turlagh, and he really just needs to find a way to finish this off now. We see Vulcans coming here to clean this up, but Turlagh with a huge flanking play. This army is not going to be able to get away. Vectors in behind, and then Kree getting on top with a huge sinus around there. And as we watch those Vulcans go down, that's GG from hooboo in this game.